Whether you're Indiana Jones looking for the Temple of Dreams or you're looking for your next Crucible to conquer, the new Padsmith lineup is definitely something that you should look out for. The Temple of Dreams is a control pad that comes in 490 by 420 and it's 4mm thick. The stitching is tight and is common in most pads released lately. The stitching is even with the surface to make the feeling on your wrist and arm as comfortable as possible. The base is using an open cell polyurethane soft base that has a pretty quick rebound that allows for a solid amount of control, but will still provide enough speed to make tracking feel smooth and comfortable. The pad is using their own mesh fabric that's not as soft as the Riz, but still a fairly soft, smooth, and unique surface compared to other control pads on the market. The pad has a very light and minimal texture on the surface, and again it helps the overall glide feel smooth and comfortable during gameplay. The pad provides high dynamic and static friction to provide a significant amount of control, and in testing different mice skates, the pad isn't skate dependent as well. You will have some variance depending on the skates. I did test these pads with core pads, ghost glides, Tiger Ice V2s, and stock skates from Pulsar and Vaxi, and as expected, the dots feel faster than full skates. Now when it comes to the performance of the pad, I perform very well when playing games like Apex, COD, and Fortnite. I don't have any issues with tracking, target switching, or consistency at all. Compared to the Infinity Mice control pad, the surface isn't as smooth, but the glide is a little faster on the Temple of Dreams, and compared to the Saturn, the glide isn't as fast, but it does have a slightly faster rebound when releasing pressure from pushing into the pad. Now you found the Temple of Dreams and you found that it's a little too slow, it's not as exciting, and you need something with some more excitement and speed to bring to the table or your gaming desk. This is where the Crucible comes in. It's 490 by 420 and 3mm thick. The stitching is the same, it's very tight and even with the surface to provide comfort while you're playing. The base is using a closed cell polyurethane mid base, and the surface does remind me of the Smooth Criminal from the Whale, but it's not exactly the same. The Crucible is faster with a little more control from the slightly more textured surface of the pad. And as I mentioned before with the Temple of Dreams, the pad isn't skate dependent, but you will have some slight variation depending on the skates that you use. Now, when we talk about the performance of the Crucible, it's one of the fastest cloth speed pads in the market. I perform fairly well on the pad. Personally, I do perform a little bit better on the Neptune. But when I'm comparing the two pads, the surface texture is a little whiter on the Crucible than the smooth, tight texture of the Neptune. So the Padsmith pads, is it something that you should look into? That's not even a question. Yes, like you should 100% look into it. In both cases, they perform extremely well. It performs well. It has good tracking on both pads. The base in both cases feels great, whether it's the soft for the Temple of Dreams or the mid for the Crucible. In every case, when you're talking about these pads, the stitching is good, the base is good, the surface feels incredible, and these are really good pads. I love both of them. I mean, if you have any questions regarding the pads, feel free to throw them in the comment section down below. And with that, I will catch you all next time. Peace.